on, you guys? Let's welcome you guys to another DC TV Talk Part 1 with this episode of Supergirl, Season 4, Episode 7, Rather the Fallen Angel. Now, in this episode, got quiet. A few things happened. A few things that I actually wish would have went down slightly different. Well, I think would have changed things a little bit. So first, we got Ben. Okay, we have Ben Lockwood. And well, actually, it's really not about him. We start off with Manchester Black and Supergirl taking down some people, and, and Supergirl having to stop uh, Manchester Black because of how he handles things. You know what I'm saying? He handles his justice in a much different way, a much more darker way, kind of in a pure vigilante type way. When I say pure vigilante, he does what he has to do, regardless of who it hurts and what he has to, whatever lines he has to cross to get things done. Because we saw last episode, he killed like 5 people, 5 kids. Oh, we have 5 other children of liberty. You know, I'm calling them actual kids. And so in this episode, Supergirl stops. She's like, "Yeah, I don't know if I can deal with this guy." He apologizes. John's like, "Hey, man, the guy's just hurt," and she accepts him, and they go on. They go on another mission to to try to infiltrate the Children of Liberty, not knowing he was planning things the entire time just so he can get her captured. Really could have got her killed. The only thing they had to do was shoot her. But I see why they did it the way they did. Now listen, it's easy. Children of Liberty could have killed Supergirl when they first captured her. Probably would have been the smartest thing to do. But and instead of always having a freaking countdown, which I'm getting tired of the countdown. Like 20 seconds to this bomb. You gotta initiate it, and then like when you press the button, just let it blow up. Okay. So when Supergirl was trapped in, well, bring it back a little bit because we're talking about James Olsen and what he's going through this episode. Because he got in with your boy Tom, and Tom like, "I can get you in," and then Tom like had to change his heart because he realized what the stuff they was doing was bad. I guess he just not realized that okay, like, maybe these guys aren't that good of people, but they wanted to use James Olsen, Guardian, as like their symbol against like fighting against aliens. Because if James would have destroyed that monument, that would have said something. Not only would he have destroyed the monument and been the face of the Children of Liberty, he also would have killed Supergirl in the process, which would have sparked, regardless of how you look at it, that would have sparked like this big ass civil war. They wanted to stop a civil war, but that only thing that would have did was started one. So now we would have had to. I guarantee you that would. I don't think they even. I don't even think they thought that through. Like, unless that's what they initially want. You know what I'm saying? Because Supergirl would have been an alien's martyr. Now they gonna stand up and fight. Now there's no more peace. You killed one of the heroes, one alien hero on the planet. There's no way anybody else, any other alien would have felt like, hey, well, if they killed the person, the alien that's in the highest regards. That they don't give a shit about us, so we have to fight back, and ultimately would cause civil war. And I kind of wanted to see that happen, just to see how. I know Carl wouldn't have died. Okay, I didn't want to see Carl die by any means, but I did want that bomb to go off and for it to be seen as Supergirl was there, and 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 the word to see that maybe Carl goes off and she's injured or something, and then we have that. Another thing I'm still worried about. I'm thinking about. Well, not worried, but I'm thinking about is that the car clone that's in. I'm calling her a clone that's in Russia. What's going on with her? Like, I thought that was what most of the season was gonna be about. Of course, I think Age of Liberty is gonna be more like the first half type thing. Uh, I don't know if he's gonna necessarily make it all through the season. Can't wait to see exactly where the mid season finale takes it. But it's just a thought this is going in my head because I haven't we don't really see that car much, that version of Supergirl much at all. I don't know if they're doing it. They think like, hey, we don't want to give too much simply because we did something similar in the crossover or what. I don't know. Uh, but I like Eva Carl. I like when Melissa Benoist get to play like a mean character. It's fun. Then we have Lena doing starring Human Trial to I guess I'm just gonna say equal the playing field, and she meets this test subject in which she makes a connection with. And through the episode, I really thought they was gonna try to shortchange. I thought they were gonna be like make it so simple. He was gonna he telling her things about himself, why he don't think she should be a hero. She started calling him by his actual name. I'm thinking, boom, all this is good because the whole time she realized like she thinking to herself, I have to keep this as like a test subject. I cannot look at this person as an actual person because if I do, it would mess with my mind and I might not want to go all the way through with it. Ultimately, she fell down the trap, and we learned what happened to her mother, and she watched her mother drown and did nothing, which is really dark. You know what I'm saying? So I was liking that whole aspect of him and her going back and forth, and the reason she chose him. And then when it got to the end of the episode, and we realized that he died, I was like, that was like really good to me because if they would have just been like, oh, he lived and so on, it would just it just been too good to be true. You know what I'm saying? I needed to see that, and I think that's kind of that loss right there is gonna help her know what to do with the rest of the people and all the tribes. And he said he exhibited extra abilities for about a total of 3 minutes. So now we get to see in the future where they're gonna go. And now it's kind of shaded between not shaded, but kind of weird between a relationship with James because James realized the error of his ways once he got infiltrated the Children of Liberty. So we don't know exactly where they're gonna go. It's interestingly on so many different parts and so many different levels. I just can't wait to see exactly what unfolds. And now that John is distraught because Manchester Black has showed his true colors and he's done what he's done. We don't know exactly how he's gonna recoup from that. You know what I'm saying? And then we still have Supergirl. She has to deal with the Agents of Liberty, and Manchester Black is actually on his way to kill Ben Lockwood. But Willie, I highly doubt it. But at the same time, Manchester Black, I think, has completely like turned. I know he was always a vigilante turned villain, and I think we're seeing that slow turn, but it's becoming more evident with each episode, which I like. You guys, I thought this, like I said, I thought it was a pretty good episode. The stuff with Lena was the strongest part. Like I said, I kind of wish they did a couple things different. I want to actually see what life would on Earth would have been like if Guardian would have been seen as the murderer of Supergirl and the leader of the Children of Liberty, and how he would been able to handle that. But overall, good episode. You guys let me know what you thought about that in the comments. Hit that like button, subscribe to my channel. Come back tomorrow for more DC TV talk with the it's Monday. Oh, with Legends of Tomorrow and Arrow. Catch up with you guys later.